In this video, we'll dive into left and right shift. We will also look at their practical applications and their significance in the world of computing. Whether you are a seasoned programmer or just starting your journey in computer science, this video will provide you with all the essential knowledge you need to excel in understanding binary shift. So, what is binary shift? Binary shifting is where we take any binary number and then shift it to the left or to the right. We then replace the space with a zero. A binary shift is a neat way of multiplying or dividing a number in powers of 2. You must remember in the exam, they will specify if you have to shift 2 places, 3 places to the right or to the left. So take some notes. Binary shifting moves the bits to the left, the right. If you shift to the left, multiply. If you shift to the right, you divide. So let's have a look at left shift in action. All the remaining bits move one place to the left, as you can clearly see. Here they are moving to the left. What has happened? It has left an empty space. We can also call this a placeholder, or we can also say it has padded it with a 0. So, before we dive into showing you how to do left and right shift, remember the table which we have been using for a while for conversions. So it starts with 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, etc. So remember, when you shift left or right, if they've asked you to shift by 1, you use the power of 2. If they asked you to shift by 2, you use the power of 4. If they've asked you to shift power of 3, you multiply or divide by 8. They will tell you how many shifts they are going to, you have to do by 2, 3, 4, etc. They will never ask you to shift by 4. I don't think so. I've not seen any exam paper where they have asked you to shift by 4 places to the right or to the left. So let's have a look at right shifting in action. As you can see here, the rightmost bit is discarded. All the remaining bits move one place to the right. A 0 is basically fills the empty space. We can either call it a placeholder, or we can also call this place padding. So from our previous slide, remember, dividing. If it's by 1, you divide by 2. If it's by 2, you divide that by 4. If it is 3, you divide that by 8. So what is overflow and underflow? These are the words used to describe when a number is too large or too small to be processed or stored in the allocated memory. Overflow occurs when the result of a calculation is too large. Underflow occurs when the result of a calculation is too small. And this is an example. And if you remember from our previous video, if you have not watched that, watch the addition one, and you can clearly see here an overflow error has occurred. Why is that? Because there aren't enough bits available to store the results of the calculation. So let's look at an example. If in the exam you were asked to shift 22 by 1 bit, how would you do it? You must show this table. And it is really important that you show the table because I will tell you the significance of this table later on. Okay. So if you were asked to shift 22 by 1 bit, you will first of all write 22 here. Okay. And then you will make sure you do your binary conversions first. So does 128 go into 22? No, it does not. Does 64? No. Does 32? No. Does 16? Yes, once. So what is left over is 6. Does 8? No, that's too big. 4? Yes, once. 2 once, and that's a 0. So if we add these, 16 plus 4 plus 2 is 20. Now what are they asking you? They're asking you to shift left by 1 bit. Remember, 1 bit is a power of 2. So what you do, you multiply that by 2. And then if I show you the shifting, this 0 will go here, one place, 1 will go here, 1 will go here, 0 will go here, 1 will go here, and then 0 will go here, that 0 will go here, and then that 0 will disappear because there are not enough bits. So that will literally disappear. And if we add these, that will show you it is 44. It has doubled your result. So this is the best way to check your answer. Let's show you the right shifting. Exactly the same process. We will write 22 here, convert that into binary. So that is too big as seen previously. That is too big. So we put a 0. We put a 0 here too. That goes once. Then we put a 0 here. Then we put a 1 here. We put a 1 here. That's a 0. So when you divide, hopefully you remember by now, the value becomes half. So we divide that by 2. So what has happened? Let me show you. So we move that to on the right. We move 0 to the right. We move 1 here. We move 1 here. And the 0 will disappear. And if we add these, it is 11. So you can clearly see that by right shifting 22, we have halved it. So let's look at the example which I have already done. This is left and right shifting by 2 bits. So remember, 2 bits, you multiply that by 4. So as you can see, I have moved them. Then to check your answer, I have multiplied and it is 88. Similarly, the next one is right shifting by 2 bits where you divide, and I've divided that by 4, and you can see how the answer is. You can check your answer in this table form. So let's look at an exam question. It says, perform a binary shift of 3 places right on the binary number. And this is actually only 2 marks. So if it's only 2 marks, they're not asking you to convert any number. They are just asking you to plug these numbers in, which you can draw a table like this because it makes your life really easy to check your answers. And you can just plug those numbers in. So you will plug 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And always remember, you start from the right. Okay, and then you divide because 3 places to the right is you divide that by 8. Okay, and the answer is 70. Also remember, in the exam, you don't have a calculator, so you will have to show your calculations on your exam sheet. So just to recap, multiplying left shift, dividing right shift. If we are doing left shift by 1 position, we multiply by 2. If we are doing 2 position, we multiply by 4. If we are doing 3 position, we multiply by 8. Dividing right shift, if we do it by 1 position, it is dividing by 2, 2 position divide by 4, 3 position divide by 8. Overflow and underflow are words used to describe when a number is too large or so let's look at an example. It says here, make sure you've got the same number of bits in your answer as there were in the question. What do I mean by that? So let's look at the slide again. This is what I mean. So when you do this conversion, make sure, because they've asked you to convert 22, that you have got the answer 44 because they're asking you to left shift. If your answer is not 44, that means it's wrong. So you have to redo it. That's what that line meant. Check your answer by converting the minor numbers to denary, working out your answer and converting it back again.